Hollywood has always been a place where fame and desire collide, but for some stars, their urges took center stage. Some of the industry's biggest names aren't just known for their talent. They are also infamous for their controversial romances and inappropriate escapades. From illicit affairs that shook the entertainment world to legal battles that exposed shocking truths, these stars lived on the edge of scandal. Let's take a closer look at the untamed passions of Hollywood's most notorious figures. Angela Bassett. Angela Bassett is known for her commanding presence on screen, celebrated for roles in What's Love Got to Do with It, Black Panther, and Waiting to Exhale. However, her personal life has had its share of rumors. While never openly confirming any wild affairs, whispers in Hollywood suggested she had an intense attraction to men in power. Some insiders claimed she had short-lived yet passionate connections with top producers and fellow actors. Still, she kept her private life remarkably discreet, allowing speculation to fade over time. Unlike many of her peers, she was never caught in any major public scandal, maintaining an air of mystery around her romantic escapades. Bassett's ability to navigate the entertainment industry while keeping her personal relationships under control speaks to her sophistication and intelligence. Despite the occasional rumors, she has successfully maintained an image of class and professionalism. Over the years, she has focused on her career and marriage to actor Courtney B. Vance, with whom she shares a strong bond. Beyonce Knowles. Beyonce Knowles is one of the most influential entertainers of all time, known for her groundbreaking music career and powerful stage presence. While married to Jay-Z, their relationship has been plagued by allegations of infidelity. Reports suggest Beyonce had dalliances with high-profile celebrities before settling down. The intensity of her rumored past flings has led some to speculate that her seemingly perfect image hides a more adventurous side. The infamous 2014 elevator incident involving her sister Solange and Jay-Z further fueled speculation about his fidelity, which Beyoncé later addressed in her critically acclaimed album, Lemonade. The lyrics of songs like Sorry and Hold Up hinted at betrayal, and fans eagerly dissected the album for clues about her personal life. Before Jay-Z, Beyoncé dated high school sweetheart Lindell Locke, but their relationship ended as her career skyrocketed. She has since carefully controlled her public persona, rarely allowing fans a glimpse into her personal affairs. Despite the scrutiny, she has remained at the top of the industry, turning even personal struggles into artistic triumphs. Billie Holiday. Billie Holiday was one of the most influential jazz singers of all time, known for hits like Strange Fruit and God Bless the Child. While her music captivated audiences, her personal life was filled with turmoil. Born into poverty, she faced significant hardships including racism, addiction, and abusive relationships. She was married multiple times, often to men who exploited her financially and emotionally. Her struggles with heroin addiction led to legal troubles, including a highly publicized arrest that contributed to her declining health. Holiday's tragic life mirrored the haunting beauty of her music, raw, emotional, and deeply personal. Despite her immense talent, she was often subjected to discrimination, even being denied medical treatment during her final days due to racial segregation. She had passionate but destructive relationships with several powerful men in the industry, including musicians and criminal figures who further fueled her descent into addiction. Though she remains an icon in jazz history, her life is a heartbreaking tale of success and self-destruction. She died at just 44 years old. Butterfly McQueen. Butterfly McQueen, best known for her role as Prissy in Gone with the Wind, led a life filled with independence and unconventional choices. Unlike many of her contemporaries, she never married or had children, sparking speculation about her private life. McQueen was known for rejecting traditional Hollywood expectations, particularly when it came to relationships. Some reports suggest she enjoyed fleeting romantic encounters, but refused to be tied down by long-term commitments. Her independent nature and refusal to conform led to whispers about her personal choices, with many wondering about the relationships she kept hidden from the public eye. Despite her talent, she found herself typecast into stereotypical roles which frustrated her career ambitions. Later in life, she distanced herself from Hollywood, focusing on education and activism. Diahann Carroll. Diahann Carroll was a trailblazer in Hollywood, known for breaking racial barriers in television with her role in Julia. However, her personal life was filled with romantic scandals that kept the tabloids buzzing. Carol had a reputation for engaging in high-profile affairs with some of the most powerful men in entertainment, including Sidney Poitier, with whom she had a passionate, years-long extramarital affair while both were married. She was also romantically linked to singer Vic Damone, whom she later married, but their tumultuous relationship ended in divorce. Carol's love life was often the subject of speculation, as she was rumored to have had liaisons with influential men who could elevate her career. Some insiders claimed that she knew how to navigate Hollywood's male-dominated industry by leveraging her charm and allure. Diana Ross. Diana Ross was more than just the glamorous lead singer of the Supremes. She was a woman whose romantic entanglements were as dramatic as her music. Known for her powerful voice and magnetic stage presence, Ross also made headlines for her high-profile relationships. One of her most infamous affairs was with Motown mogul Berry Gordy, with whom she had a daughter, Rhonda Ross Kendrick. Their relationship was full of power struggles, as Gordy played a major role in shaping her career. Ross later married music executive Robert Ellis Silberstein, who raised Rhonda as his own, despite knowing the truth about her paternity. She also had a fiery relationship with Kiss frontman Gene Simmons, a known womanizer, and their union was constantly under scrutiny. Ross was seen as a woman who could captivate men with ease, leaving behind a trail of broken hearts and speculation about her private life. Dorothy Dandridge. Dorothy Dandridge was Hollywood's first black leading lady, but behind her groundbreaking success was a personal life filled with toxic relationships and heartbreak. Dandridge was known for being irresistibly alluring, and she attracted some of the most powerful men in Hollywood, many of whom treated her as a fleeting obsession rather than a lasting love. Her affair with married director Otto Preminger was one of the most talked-about scandals of her time, and though she loved him, he refused to leave his wife for her. This destructive romance took a toll on her, both emotionally and professionally. Dandridge was also rumored to have had passionate affairs with white men at a time when interracial relationships were highly controversial. She married Harold Nicholas, but the union was filled with infidelity and emotional distance. Eartha Kitt. Eartha Kitt was a woman of undeniable charm and a fiery personality that left men spellbound. Known for her sultry voice and mesmerizing presence, she had a long history of high-profile affairs that made her a scandalous figure in Hollywood. Kitt was romantically linked to some of the most powerful men in the world, including actors, musicians, and even political figures. One of her most notorious rumored flings was with John Barry Ryan III, a millionaire playboy whose relationships always made headlines. She was also linked to Hollywood director Orson Welles, who once called her the most exciting woman in the world. Kitt was infamous for her no-strings-attached attitude, often leaving men chasing after her while she moved on to her next conquest. Ethel Waters. Ethel Waters was a groundbreaking actress and jazz singer, but behind her powerful performances was a personal life riddled with scandal. Unlike many of her contemporaries, Waters was unapologetic about her relationships, both with men and women. She was rumored to have had numerous affairs with industry insiders, always keeping her lovers guessing. Many speculated about her romantic involvement with women in particular, which was considered highly controversial in her era. Waters thrived in an industry that was controlled by men, and she was not afraid to use her charm and influence to maintain her career. She was married multiple times, but her relationships were often short-lived and tumultuous. Her romantic entanglements created tension in her personal and professional life, and she was often criticized for being too outspoken about her desires. Freddie Washington. Freddie Washington was a strikingly beautiful actress known for her role in Imitation of Life, but her love life was as turbulent as her career. Washington was a light-skinned black woman who often faced criticism from both white and black communities, making her personal relationships even more complicated. She was romantically involved with some of Hollywood's most influential men, including white directors and producers at a time when interracial relationships were considered scandalous. Many believed she leveraged these relationships to gain roles that otherwise would have been denied to her. Despite being an advocate for racial equality, Washington's love life fueled endless speculation, with some accusing her of using her beauty and charisma to maintain her status in the industry. Grace Jones. Grace Jones was a force of nature, both on and off the stage. Known for her androgynous beauty and fierce independence, she had a love life that was as wild as her performances. Jones had relationships with some of the most powerful and intriguing men in entertainment, including Dolph Lundgren, Jean-Paul Gaultier, and even rumored affairs with Mick Jagger and David Bowie. She was unapologetic about her sexuality and embraced relationships that defied societal norms. Whether it was flings with fellow artists or relationships with younger men, she lived on her own terms. Jones was known to disappear from one lover's arms and reappear with someone entirely new, leaving the public wondering who she would seduce next. Halle Berry. Halle Berry might be one of the most beautiful women in Hollywood, but her love life has been anything but picture perfect. Berry has been married 3 times, each relationship ending in disaster. Her first marriage to baseball player David Justice ended in a bitter divorce, with Berry later revealing she was emotionally and physically abused. She then married singer Eric Benet, whose sex addiction and infidelities led to their highly publicized split. Her third marriage to actor Olivier Martinez also crumbled amid reports of explosive arguments and incompatibility. Cary Belafonte. Cary Belafonte was a revolutionary figure in music and activism, but his personal life was just as dramatic as his career. Known for his undeniable charm and smooth voice, Belafonte had a reputation for being a serial womanizer, despite his public image as a family man. He was married 3 times, but his relationships were frequently rocked by rumors of infidelity. His first wife, Marguerite Byrd, discovered his numerous extramarital affairs, which ultimately led to their divorce. He later married Julie Robinson, a white dancer, which caused controversy at the time. However, even this marriage was plagued by whispers of his dalliances with other women, particularly those in the entertainment industry. Hazel Scott. Hazel Scott was a musical genius, a jazz prodigy who defied racial barriers, but her personal life was riddled with romantic controversy. She was married to Adam Clayton Powell, Jr., a powerful congressman and preacher, but their marriage was anything but smooth. Their union was marked by constant cheating scandals, with Scott rumored to have had multiple affairs with industry insiders. Hollywood insiders whispered that Scott was drawn to power, often engaging in secret relationships with influential men who could help her career. She was known for her fierce independence, never allowing herself to be controlled by societal norms or expectations. Her unwillingness to conform to the image of a devoted wife made her a target of gossip, with many speculating about the true nature of her various relationships. Jada Pinkett Smith. Jada Pinkett Smith's love life has been one of Hollywood's most talked about sagas. From her deep emotional connection with Tupac Shakur to her highly publicized entanglement with singer August Alsina, Jada has never been shy about discussing her complicated relationships. While married to Will Smith, Jada admitted to having a romantic relationship with Alsina, a man significantly younger than her, which caused a media frenzy. The affair, which she initially denied, was later confirmed in a bombshell Red Table Talk interview, where she tried to justify the relationship as a moment of personal healing. However, this was far from her only rumored infidelity. Insiders have long speculated that Jada and Will had an open marriage, with Jada allegedly engaging in various affairs over the years. She has openly expressed dissatisfaction in her marriage at times, hinting at a lack of fulfillment that led her to seek intimacy outside of her relationship. Janet Jackson. Janet Jackson may be a pop icon, but her love life has been just as eventful as her music career. The youngest member of the Jackson family has been linked to some of the most powerful men in entertainment, and her relationships have often been clouded in secrecy. Her marriage to James DeBarge was annulled after just 1 year, with rumors suggesting that it was due to his drug problems and her family's disapproval. However, whispers later emerged that Janet had hidden a secret child from the marriage, further fueling speculation about what really went on behind closed doors. She later married billionaire businessman Wissam Al-Mana, but their relationship ended abruptly amid reports of cultural differences and alleged control issues. Before settling into long-term relationships, Janet was known to have flings with famous figures, including Jermaine Dupri, and rumored encounters with some of the biggest names in Hollywood. Despite her reserved public image, Insiders have long speculated that Janet had a far more adventurous love life than she let on. Her ability to keep her private life so well guarded has only made the public more curious about her rumored relationships. Josephine Baker. Some called her a legend, others a femme fatale. Josephine Baker was both. Known for her electrifying performances and fearless attitude, Baker's romantic escapades were just as daring as her stage acts. She had a reputation for breaking societal norms, not just in her art but also in her love life. She married multiple times, but her true passion seemed to lie in fleeting affairs with powerful men and women. Rumors of Baker's lovers included political figures, fellow entertainers, and even members of the French aristocracy. She was unapologetic about her desires, refusing to be confined by the expectations placed on women, especially black women, during her time. Whether in a passionate romance or a short-lived fling, Baker embraced love on her own terms, making her one of history's most fascinating and scandalous figures. Kim Novak. Kim Novak was Hollywood's ice queen, but behind the elegant facade was a woman whose romantic life was filled with scandal. Though she was one of the industry's most desired stars, her most infamous relationship was with Sammy Davis Jr., a love affair that sent shockwaves through Hollywood. In a time when interracial relationships were deemed unacceptable, their romance was met with threats from studio executives and even the mob. She was also rumored to have had relationships with other influential men, often choosing lovers who could elevate her status in Hollywood. Novak's beauty and allure made her irresistible, but her affairs often placed her at the center of controversy. While she remained tight-lipped about many of her relationships, the whispers of her secret romances only added to her legend. Kimora Lee Simmons. Luxury, power, and romance. Kimora Lee Simmons had it all. The fashion mogul and former model built an empire, but her love life was just as headline-worthy as her business ventures. Her marriage to hip-hop mogul Russell Simmons put her in the center of the entertainment industry, but even after their split, she remained in the spotlight. Kimora was known for dating men of wealth and status, including actor Jimon Hounsou and billionaire banker Tim Leissner. Each relationship came with its share of drama, with whispers of infidelity, financial schemes, and sudden breakups. She never settled for less than the best, surrounding herself with powerful men who could match her ambition. Whether it was love or strategic alliances, Kimora mastered the art of romance in a way that kept the world watching. Lena Horne. Lena Horne's voice could mesmerize audiences, but her love life was just as complex as the roles she played. A woman of elegance and strength, she often found herself drawn to men who were equally influential. Her relationship with Lenny Hayton, a white music director, was groundbreaking but also filled with challenges. Hollywood's racism made their love nearly impossible, forcing them to keep much of their marriage private. But Horne was no stranger to affairs, as she was rumored to have been involved with some of the most powerful men in entertainment and politics. Whether out of love or rebellion, her choices in romance often defied social norms. She refused to be controlled by Hollywood's rigid expectations, carving out a love life that was just as daring as her career. Louise Beavers. Louise Beavers' on-screen roles often placed her in the background, but off-screen, she had a life filled with controversy and complexity. As one of the first black actresses to achieve mainstream success, she was often scrutinized for her personal choices. Unlike many of her peers, Beavers did not conform to Hollywood's expectations of love and marriage. She was known for having unconventional relationships, sparking rumors that she defied traditional gender norms in private. Though she kept much of her love life under wraps, insiders claimed that Beavers was unafraid to pursue passion, regardless of the consequences. Despite the pressure to live a respectable life, she made decisions that challenged the industry's conservative standards. Her love life may not have been widely publicized, but those who knew her whispered about her rebellious streak when it came to romance. Zendaya. If you think Zendaya is all about elegance and grace, you might be surprised by the rumors surrounding her private life. While she keeps her relationships out of the tabloids, insiders claim that she has been involved in several high-profile romances that were far more complex than they appeared. Her relationship with Spider-Man co-star Tom Holland has been closely watched, but there are whispers that their romance isn't as simple as it seems. Zendaya has also been linked to NFL star Odell Beckham Jr. and actor Trevor Jackson, though she has always kept her affairs discreet. Some suggest that she has mastered the art of Hollywood romance, knowing how to maintain a clean image while enjoying the privileges of fame. Whether it's a carefully curated love life or a genuine pursuit of passion, Zendaya has managed to keep the world guessing. Naomi Campbell. Naomi Campbell doesn't just break fashion rules, she breaks hearts. The supermodel has been known for her fiery temper and an even more intense love life. She has dated some of the world's most powerful men, including billionaire businessmen, Hollywood actors, and even royalty. Her past relationships include high-profile names like Mike Tyson, Robert De Niro, and Russian billionaire Vladislav Doronin. Known for her quick temper and demanding nature, many of her relationships ended as explosively as they began. Some men claimed they were unable to handle her intensity, while others seemed to enjoy the challenge. Naomi never let heartbreak slow her down, moving from one powerful man to the next without looking back. Whether she was in love or simply enjoying the game, Naomi Campbell remains one of the most unpredictable women in Hollywood romance. Nia Long. Nia Long has always been known for her beauty and charm, but her love life has been anything but smooth. She has been romantically linked to multiple high-profile men, 50 Cent and Will Smith. However, her most infamous relationship was with NBA coach Ime Udoka, which ended in scandal. Udoka was suspended from his coaching position after being caught in an inappropriate workplace affair, leaving Nia humiliated in the public eye. Many questioned whether Nia had ignored warning signs in her relationship, or if she had simply been unlucky in love. Throughout the years, she has been involved with some of the most sought-after men in entertainment, but none of her relationships have led to lasting happiness. Whether she is drawn to the wrong men or simply unlucky in love, Nia Long's romantic history is filled with heartbreak and betrayal. Nina Mae McKinney. Some called her the Black Garbo, but Nina Mae McKinney's love life was far more chaotic than her polished Hollywood image. As one of the first black actresses to gain international recognition, she captivated audiences with her beauty and talent. However, behind the scenes, McKinney had a reputation for indulging in whirlwind romances with powerful men in the industry. She was rumored to have been involved in multiple affairs with white directors and producers, causing controversy in segregated Hollywood. Her preference for high-profile lovers sparked gossip, with many accusing her of using relationships to secure roles. Pam Grier. Pam Grier was one of the original bad girls of Hollywood, both on screen and off. Known for her roles in Coffee and Foxy Brown, she became a sex symbol of the 1970s, and her love life was just as wild as her action-packed films. Grier had relationships with some of the most powerful men of her time, including Richard Pryor, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and Freddie Prinze. Each relationship seemed to burn bright and end in drama, with many of her exes struggling with addiction, fame, or control issues. Pryor's substance abuse reportedly created chaos in their relationship, while Abdul-Jabbar wanted her to convert to Islam, which she refused. Rihanna. Rihanna is known for her fearless approach to life, and her love life is no exception. The Barbadian superstar has been linked to some of the biggest names in music and sports, including Chris Brown, Drake, Leonardo DiCaprio, and Saudi billionaire Hassan Jameel. Her most infamous relationship was with Chris Brown, which ended in a highly publicized domestic violence incident, yet the two continued to have an on-again, off-again connection for years. Rihanna's romance with Drake was also a roller coaster, with the rapper publicly professing his love while she kept him at a distance. Her ability to move from high-profile romance to high-profile romance without ever seeming emotionally tied down has earned her a reputation as one of the most elusive women in entertainment. Now settled with rapper A$AP Rocky and 2 children, Rihanna may have finally found stability, but her history of whirlwind romances keeps fans guessing. Tina Turner. Tina Turner's love life was defined by extremes: passionate love, devastating heartbreak, and ultimate triumph. Her marriage to Ike Turner was one of the most abusive and toxic relationships in music history, filled with manipulation, violence, and control. Yet, Tina found the strength to leave, rebuilding her career and reclaiming her independence. After years of emotional turmoil, she found love again with German music executive Erwin Bach, proving that not all Hollywood love stories end in tragedy. But before Bach, Tina had her share of rumored flings, including whispers about relationships with some of the biggest rock stars of her time. Her transformation from a woman trapped in an abusive marriage to a symbol of strength and empowerment made her one of the most respected figures in the industry. While her early love life was chaotic and painful, Tina proved that she could rise above it all and write her own ending. Tyra Banks. Tyra Banks has always been a woman in control of her career, her image, and her love life. However, behind the scenes, she has been linked to several high-profile romances, some of which raised eyebrows. From NBA stars like Chris Webber to Hollywood elites like Will Smith, Tyra's dating history is filled with powerful and influential men. She has often kept her relationships private, but rumors of her flings with actors, musicians, and athletes have kept the gossip mill turning. One of her most serious relationships was with Norwegian photographer Erik Asla, with whom she shares a child. But despite her successes, her love life has often been unpredictable, with insiders suggesting that Tyra's strong personality and perfectionism made long-term relationships challenging. Though she has never been caught in any major scandal, her ever-changing love interests and secretive romances have made her a mystery when it comes to Hollywood relationships. Vivica A. Fox. Vivica A. Fox is known for her fiery personality, both on-screen and in her relationships. She has dated some of Hollywood's most famous men, including rapper 50 Cent, and their romance was one of the most talked-about relationships of the early 2000s. However, their connection quickly turned toxic, with both parties exchanging public insults after their split. Fox's love life has been full of drama, from short-lived engagements to highly publicized breakups. She was briefly engaged to Atlanta club promoter Omar Slim White, but their relationship ended before they could walk down the aisle. Despite her beauty and success, Fox has struggled to find lasting love, with many of her relationships ending in heartbreak and controversy. Whether due to bad luck or bad choices, her love life has kept her in the headlines as one of Hollywood's most unpredictable women when it comes to romance. Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston had one of the most tragic love stories in Hollywood history. She was America's sweetheart, with a voice that defined a generation, but her personal life was plagued by chaos. Her marriage to Bobby Brown was one of the most infamous in music history, filled with drug abuse, violent altercations, and public meltdowns. Before Bobby, Whitney was rumored to have had a close relationship with Jermaine Jackson, despite him being married at the time. Houston's struggles with addiction only made her relationships more volatile, as she was drawn to toxic dynamics that fueled her self-destruction. In the end, Whitney's love life was a tragic mix of passion and pain, leaving fans heartbroken over what could have been.